If you're looking to break into medical coding, the CPC certification is pretty much your ticket in. The good news is you can usually do this in as little as 6 months, and you don't have to pile up student loan debt, you don't have to apply for financial aid, and you don't have to go to a traditional college. So first off, let's talk about the CPC. What the heck is a CPC? CPC stands for Certified Professional Coder, and it's pretty much the gold standard in most medical coding jobs. It's recognized by the largest amount of healthcare providers, and it demonstrates your proficiency in all of the general foundations of medical coding. So coding for procedures, for diagnoses, for equipment, and it's accepted by most healthcare institutions. Now, the CPC doesn't prepare you for all types of medical coding. For example, inpatient medical coding, you learn a different code set, PCS, and more people that want to get into inpatient facility coding go through AHIMA or AHIMA for the CCS. But the CPC is generally the most sought after, with the exception of probably inpatient coding. So how do you prepare for the CPC? Well, traditionally, people do things like go to a college and get like at least a 2-year degree, and then they have to pay lab fees. They have to pay for all these expensive books that they only use for a little while, and then they sit on their desk. You have to go into an in-person classroom, and then sometimes your classes, like you have one at 8 p.m., and then you have one at 8 a.m., and then you have one at 2, and then someone on Monday and somewhere on Thursday, and it's a whole mess. I personally didn't go through a degree granting program. I don't have a college degree. I have a college like certificate of completion, but even I went in person. So I had to go on certain days. I had to be in a classroom. I had to look at my teachers. I had to get yelled at about not having my cell phone out. And I had to commute into the inner city, which means I lost a lot of time having to commute. Plus, I had to go to the inner city. But hey, if in-person classes are your thing, there's probably lots of them out there. Check out your local community college. See if they have something available. I totally respect that some people need that in-person attention, and I'm sure you can find community colleges or even training centers or institutes in your area. And some people really want to get an associate's degree. They're like, that is like an accomplishment, and it's something I want to go for. But I'm going to tell you, you really don't need it for medical coding. If you really want to get your associate's degree because you're like, hey, I want to climb the career ladder, I'm probably going to want to get my bachelor's and grow, like that's awesome. But here's the thing, times have really changed and you don't need to go to these traditional institutions anymore. There's a lot of things that they do in these colleges that they just need to check off a box so that they can get government funding and stuff. So they'll make you take art and philosophy and all this stuff that you don't need. So there's still lots of places out there that will charge you thousands and thousands of dollars. Honestly, if you just want to get into medical billing and then maybe possibly move to medical coding, billing, you don't even need a certification. You just need the right training. So if you want to become a medical biller or coder, there's a lot of amazing training programs that you can do completely online, and they are phenomenal. So if you want to get that CPC, you want to be ready to sit for that exam in as little as 6 months, let me tell you, I got you covered. I have a free career masterclass that you can sign up for. And in this masterclass, I cover like everything. What is medical coding? What does a day in the life of a medical coder look like? What is the salary? And then I talk to you about Preppy, which is the program that I recommend. It prepares you for a career in medical billing and coding. You can be ready for the CPC as well as other certifications. And you can do it from the comfort of your own home, on your own schedule. Preppy has helped fast track hundreds of my viewers to a career in medical billing and coding and prepared them for the CPC exam. And that's without all of those expenses and financial aid or having to go to in-person classes. They have really just accelerated and done so well. The customer service too is just like chef's kiss. But yeah, you can sign up for free for the Career Masterclass at medicalcodingmasterclass.com. Now, there's lots of training programs out there. Maybe this one isn't for you. Maybe you want to go to an in-person college. Maybe you have a friend that says that they went through a program that they absolutely loved, and you're like, hey, let me try that too. Or maybe you're like, hey, I can get this done way faster than 6 months, and I know of a program that can get it done in 1. Hey, you might want to go through a much slower program, and maybe that's why you want to get your associate's degree, because you're like, I really want to take my time with this. And there's other programs out there. You can go directly through the AAPC.com, and they'll set you up with bundles where they will include everything, but it's probably going to be at a higher cost. But I do want to tell you that no matter what program you take, at the end of the completion, it does not make you a CPC. The only way you can become a CPC is sitting for and passing a proctored examination, and you have to get at least a 70%. So even the program from the AAPC, at the end of completing that, you're not a CPC. You still have to sit for the exam. So if you go through the AAPC, oftentimes you will get bundles where they're like, hey, you can get the training training and the books and everything, and there's like this high cost, and will include the cost of the exam itself. But if you go through a different training program like Preppy or others available out there, you will have to consider, if you want to sit for the CPC, that you'll have to pay for your membership and for the exam fee. Because a lot of these programs are billing and coding programs, not everyone wants to sit for the same certification or for any certifications. So they keep the cost low for some of them, and then you can, whatever certification you want to get, pay for those. But if you want to find out more about this career, where it's going, and how you can possibly fit in, check out the free masterclass. Again, I will link it below, and it will tell you about Preppy, which can make these things happen a lot faster. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about a career in medical billing and coding, definitely let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. And until then, just keep on coding on.